All right, good afternoon. When it comes to injuries, I'll tell you a couple of guys that will be out. So Mason will be out, T.A. Hill will be out, Eric Watts will be out, and Kiko will be out. I think for the most part, that really sums up some of the injuries, which I'll talk about some other guys in a little bit. But when it comes to our quarterback situation, Brady will be starting. All right, this game, I feel like I want to continue to evaluate him and see exactly how he's going to operate on a consistent basis. And throughout the week, Tyrod and Justin, all right, we'll see how they progress during the week to see who actually be the 2 or the 3, all right, because those guys are coming back from injury. I want to make sure that we get the person that's going to be the most healthiest to be able to operate as a 2. So I think that should clear that up. When it comes to this team, obviously they've been doing a pretty good job the last 2 weeks. I think this quarterback is really showing things that we saw on tape to think that he can be a pretty good quarterback. They're somewhat similar to how we operated when they let some players go from that team, some veterans go, and I think they're actually trying to build their core of young guys and give those guys a lot of playing time to see exactly how they're going to operate for the future of that team, somewhat similar to us. I will say this, I think their defense has been doing a hell of a job. You watch them in the first half, and they seem like they had some issues in the first half, but, man, that coach does a really good job of adjusting, and they do a hell of a job in the second half. I mean, the point differential is amazing how they operate in the second half. So that tells me a lot about the assistant coaches and the defensive coordinator on how he operates on adjusting what offenses do. So, man, we're going to have to be on top of our game to do that. And for us, man, nothing changed about the way that we operate, man. Everything is about how we improve. Again, not happy with what we put on tape last week. We're going to eat that. We're going to move forward. Chris is doing a hell of a job right now as a coordinating that defense. Again, I'll be helping him, man, but he's this is his opportunity to shine in that department. So I look forward to seeing how he's going to operate. Other than that, any questions?
Aaron, what intrigues you so much about Brady that makes you want to keep working with him?
Number one, everything that we've seen from training camp up to this point, but also, man, him come to the game, the first game, when Tyra got hurt and we were down 21, man, that wasn't a good situation to be in. And then come back to another game being down 21, man, I want to see him in a situation where, man, our defense and offense and especially complement each other. To see exactly how he's going to operate there. So, and I think he deserves an opportunity to do it.
If he remains healthy, will he be your guy for the rest of the season?
Well, we're not worried about that right now. The only thing I'm worried about is New Orleans right now.
With Chris, and obviously he's coming in with 3 games left, so it's hard to make like wholesale changes or anything like that. But,
Yeah.
What can he come in and do to change things up?
That's a good question, because I think sometimes people think that it's going to be just wholesale scheme changes. You can't do that to the players, and it's not just 3 games left. It's just everything, all the work they've put in up until this point, and to try a whole new system will be tough on the players. Now, there also be some wrinkles that he wants to do himself, and man, I applaud that, for him. But there is a system that the players know. Will there be some tweaks? Will we fine-tune some? Absolutely, we will. But there's going to be a lot of things that the players know.
What gave you the confidence that he was ready for this at this point?
Yeah, I don't know if you guys knew that he had other DC opportunities or interviews before this year, and we actually interviewed him ourselves, and he did a really good job in that interview. So I think he's more than capable. I think he's more than ready to step into that role and do a good job.
What do you want to see from this defense just moving forward these last 3 games?
Yeah, the first is I want to see us. Because I thought we did a better job of stopping the run last week when it comes to the running backs. I want to see us really hone in on that, and then I want to see us when it comes to coverage, man, really tighten the coverage up for the most part. Really understand our landmarks. Really understand how to match these routes up. to make sure that we don't give them anything easy, for the most part. So looking forward to seeing that. Looking forward to seeing how these guys respond from these two back-to-back performances that wasn't up to standard, So, and the players are not happy with it, and you can tell they're not, and they shouldn't be. They shouldn't be. So I'm looking forward to seeing how they respond to that.
Aaron, what made you guys extend Jeremy Ruckert? What you like about him in the future?
He's a man that I think we've had a number of conversations about from really off-season program into training camp, and I think I'm one of the coaches that's as hard on Ruck than anybody. And the reason why is, man, there's so much meat on the bone with him improving, and he's improved like so much, from the start of training camp up to now. He's tough, he's physical, he's versatile. He's one of those guys that we can put in the fullback position. I mean, obviously he can play at the tight end position. You can flex him out, and he's one of those guys that run and pass game. Like, he's been like pretty valuable for us. Obviously, there are some tight ends that they focus on the passing game. Some tight ends focus on being a blocker. I mean, he's one of those guys that can do both. So that's a true value for us in the system that we're trying to build here.
Take a couple more. When you were mapping out becoming a head coach,
Yep.
you were thinking about the decisions. Did you consider calling the defense yourself? And
Yep.
why did you decide that wasn't the option this year?
I did, and I think any coach that's been in a coordinator position, that's one thing they do miss is calling the defense. But I will say this: I really felt like this first year, and who knows, maybe years to come, that I want to really do a good job of managing the team and making sure that I have my hands on offense, defense, and the special teams. And I think it's been valuable for me, to be honest with you. And again, to have Wilks, a former head coach, somebody that has coordinated defenses before, I thought that was the best for me, for my first time being a head coach. And everybody's different. Everybody's different. But, yes, I did think about calling it, but again, I thought being able to manage the team would be better for me in my first year.
Would you consider that next year?
I'm considering making sure that we beat New Orleans. Yeah.
Garrett Wilson update.
Yeah. I will. That's something that between me, Garrett, and Docs need to talk about. All right, and I have to answer for you for that pretty soon.
And just to clarify, the three guys you've mentioned out,
Yep.
just out today or they out this week?
But it was 4 guys. They'll be out this week. Mason, TA, Eric, and Kiko. Those guys will be out this week. Yeah. Yep.
Thanks, everyone.
All right.